we are living in a biosphere that is about 20 kilometers on the surface of the planet and parts into the deeper ocean. It's beautiful that you are able to be alive in this immense universe for up to 10 decades. We have now expanded so much so that we are in a new geological era called the Anthropocene, where humankind is actually shaping the way the whole planet operates. Not just where we live locally or between nations, but at the planetary scale we are shaping it. And the climate change challenge and the loss of biodiversity are syndromes or symptoms of this huge expansion of us on Earth.
Don't do this unless you're convinced that it's important for your business. It won't work. We will help our chosen customers to transition into a more sustainable version of themselves and also to contribute to a sustainable society going forward, because we think it's good for their business. Don't sway on direction, but be conscious about the speed at which you transition, right? Because there are times when it goes slow, and you just have to be aware of that, but there are times when it's also going fast, and then be prepared for that. But don't sway on the direction, just be conscious of your speed. It's a bit like driving.
In many ways, we talk about the negative reality, unfortunately, in climate change, but the positive reality in terms of technological development is amazing. And of course, you play a critical role here. I mean, this is driven by investments into new technologies, upscaling them, and making sure then that the price falls and we can start to get this acceleration, and it continues also during the pandemic.
Well, right now we're failing. We're not able to mitigate global warming and halt biodiversity loss and so on. So far, whenever we have economic growth, we also have a growth of energy use and material use. But we need to shift that, and I think it's important to go through that phase of first realizing the severity of the challenge, almost feeling hopeless, but then finding something you can act on, sensing that others are acting too, and being able to move this force ahead in a collective way, and then that creates that energy. And then the other thing is to help everyone in this room to see how they can be part of the solution. How can they actually contribute in meeting this big challenge for humanity and take the next step on that journey?
Vi har pratat om det här jättelänge och det har inte hänt så mycket. Men nu i näringslivet så händer det faktiskt någonting, i alla fall i Europa så händer det någonting jättestort som händer jättesnabbt, och det är jättestora investeringar. Så att i mitt huvud så är det en tydlig catch-up-effekt vi ser. Jag tror att vi precis har sett början på den catch-up-effekten. Och det andra svaret är att jag tror att många bolag nu börjar tro på att framtiden är grön. Och då fattar man också av sig själv till andra affärsbeslut. För då är det inte att ha en brun business i en grön värld är inte attraktivt.
If you do not start transforming your company to become truly sustainable, you will sooner or later, and it doesn't matter which industry you're into, you will sooner or later not be relevant. And the reason is that you will come to a tipping point in your sector, in your industry, in your ecosystem, where sustainability will be the new norm. And have you not transformed then, no one will buy your products or services. No one will invest in you as a company, and no one would like to work for you either. So that is also about survival and building a resilient and strong company. And that is the legacy you need to think about. How do you keep the campfire burning and sort of hand over an even stronger company than the one you inherited to the next generation of management? And that you do by embracing sustainability. And the other side of legacy is of course what you do for your family and your friends and the next generation who's going to come after us on this planet.
Ja, men det har varit en jättebra mix både mellan vetenskapen som grund, de stora utmaningarna vi har, och sen ner till konkreta diskussioner i våra specifika bolag. Vad kan vi göra för att ta tillvara på det här, hantera utmaningarna och göra det till konkreta affärsmöjligheter.
Men också utifrån ett omvärldsperspektiv, att hur kan vi faktiskt ta det ansvar som vi har som affärsledare att driva förändringen.
Now the next steps are that we have targets which we want to achieve, but we know that it's a hard work ahead of us.
It's much more clear now that they need to take the steps, and regardless of what the exact actions are, it's not really the point, it's just about doing something.
Jag tycker att det blev en väldigt bra timing så här 1,5 år in i resan tillsammans med Alder, att verkligen få den här inspirationen och inputen och kanske återigen säkerställa att vi har tydliga KPI:er, ansvarsområden och se till att vi verkligen driver resultat. Och det har de här dagarna verkligen bidragit till.
Sen inser man ju också att det är ett enormt område som man måste ägna tid åt för att bli bra på. Precis som vi ägnar tid åt de andra delarna av vår business. Så finns det ju ett jättejobb att göra här också. Där kanske vi liksom bara i början på resan än så länge då.
It's like we're in a fantastic avalanche of change actually, and especially if you look at the investors and the financial sector that are really waking up now and thinking through this carefully.